Hey guys, it's Scott with the No Budget Homestead, and today I just want to do a little something different. Instead of constantly giving updates of what's going on and everything, I thought I'd talk to you guys a little bit about me. Yeah, I thought I'd go ahead and tell you about 4 things that you may or may not know about me. Okay, so let's get started. Well, the first thing that you may not know about me is that I collect astronaut autographs, especially Apollo era. You know, people like James Lovell and Buzz Aldrin and Neil Armstrong, which I do not have one, but if I could ever find me a decent Neil Armstrong at a decent price, I definitely have it. It's kind of like the Holy Grail, you know. But yeah, I kind of got into that because I'm a big fan of the space race and everything, and I was 3 years old when man walked on the moon, so it's real interesting to me. I have a few different ones. I don't have a lot because I'm very picky about which ones I get, but I also have to make sure that I buy from a reputable dealer, or I contact the astronauts directly. Like I got me a couple of Edgar Mitchell, who was the, oh shoot, I'm gonna forget this now, I think the 6th man to walk on the moon. I'll have to double check that. But I contacted him directly, and he lives in Florida, and he was kind enough to send me a personalized autographed photo of himself. Of course, James Lovell, really love James Lovell, Apollo 13. I'd say NASA's greatest success, bringing those 3 guys back home alive. Buzz Aldrin, the 2nd man to walk on the moon. Of course, Wally Schirra, Skylab crew, I mean all types. Even Gene Kranz, the one who's credited with, the flight director that's credited with Failure's Not an Option. Yeah, big fan of his too. Read his book, very interesting book. So I'm a big fan of the Apollo era and the whole space race, Apollo, Gemini, Mercury, all of them. So, and plus living in Alabama up north, we got Huntsville, Alabama, where a lot of it took place. Okay, let's see here. Trying to make sure I get these in order here. Another thing is, you guys may not know, the second thing is I pretty much grew up in Hawaii. From the 4th grade through college, I was in Hawaii. Yeah, I know, it's terrible, isn't it? But I really developed a love for nature, being outdoors and everything. In Hawaii, my dad, even when I was younger, we used to go camping and everything. We used to be in Hawaii Indian Guides and Boy Scouts and all that, but really enjoyed the beach and everything, you know, enjoyed hiking in the mountains and everything. But yeah, I grew up in Hawaii. It's not a bad place to grow up. It's just a terrible place to live, and I don't mean anything bad about Hawaii or anything. It's just the cost of living. It's just phenomenally expensive. But yes, it was really cool growing up in Hawaii. So all the people out there from Hawaii watching, what's up? Alright, the number 3 thing, which kind of ties in with the Hawaii thing. I really like some of the earlier contemporary Hawaiian music from the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Mostly the 70s and 80s stuff. You know, those of you who know a little bit about contemporary Hawaiian music know C&K, Cecilia Kapono, Kalapana, Olamana, Gabby, Brother Nolan. I mean, I could go on and on. I love those guys. It's just wonderful music. It reminds me a lot of country music and everything, and it's very similar in the way that the music kind of just, you know, tells a story, like a lot of, you know, good country music. So that's pretty cool. And the number 4, the 4th item that you may not know about me, I love history. I'm a big fan of history, especially American history. I've done like a genealogy on my family and everything, and the family name, and I've been able to trace it back till about 40 or 50 years after the Pilgrims got here. So, you know, that's not bad. Our family has been all throughout American history. I've had family in the Revolutionary War. I've had family in the Civil War, of course, the War of 1812, all the way up until pretty much present day. My dad was a Vietnam veteran. My grandfather served a short period of time during World War II. I had a great-grandfather that was drafted for World War I, but they didn't take him because he was the sole provider for his family. And he had a ton of kids, but none of them were old enough to take over. So, and just keep going on and on. I mean, Civil War, I've had family on both sides. My mother's side, they're from up north, so there was quite a few of them in the Union Army. A lot of them were officers and engineers and everything. And on my dad's side, you know, a lot of them were in the Confederate Army, mostly infantry and things like that. So yeah, it's pretty interesting. I love history. So those are the four things: Apollo era, space nut, which is why I'm into sci-fi so much. Lived in Hawaii for almost 25 years. That's where I grew up. That's where I went to high school, college, and everything. And then contemporary Hawaiian music from the 70s, 80s, and early 90s, I'll say. And of course, the last but not least, history. I just a big history buff. I like reading different things about different periods of time in American history, some of the leaders. It's just wonderful. So, well, I hope you guys found this interesting. If not, sorry. But why don't you guys go ahead and tell me a little bit about you? Because, you know, I'd like to hear one thing that is interesting or something that you find really interesting. And go ahead and let us know. Maybe it can help make some connections with some of us some of the viewers and subscribers. We can all kind of, you know, get to know each other a little bit better and help build a community. Okay? Alright guys, well, if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Don't forget the old thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, click subscribe, and don't forget to also click that little bell icon next to it so you get updates as to when we have new videos uploaded and everything. Next time I'll see if I can put together some things that you did not know about Little Man. Okay? And if I forget, please remind me. I'm getting old. So, well, anyways, y'all have a simply unbelievable day. God bless you. And we'll see you on the next video. You girls okay? Huh? Alright.